Hello, my friend. It's a crypto lunatic from the Luna Cafe, and today I'm going to take you inside the world of crypto scams. Crypto scams. I'm going to talk about Nomy Finance, and I'm going to show you exactly how it works. I'm going to show you what they do, how they get out there, and why these scams are so sophisticated. So, with all of that in mind, for a bit of entertainment value and a cautionary value, join me on a little journey. So, it starts off, this is my email. So, what you'll see here is look, all of these collaborations, and this has been going on since the 3rd of July. 3rd of July, 19th of August, 1st of September, 3rd of September, and they're all people from this company called Chainbound. So, let me take you on the initial email that I got. So I've been quite impressed by the persistence of these guys, quite honestly. So here's the question I get. Hi, dear influencer. Are you open to new sponsorships on your YouTube channel? If yes, share and rate card, your rate card with Telegram to handle for faster collaboration. We'd love to discuss potential details. So anyway, let's have a look. I've gone down here and effectively he said, right, I can't evaluate your work. Let's have a look. Blah, blah, blah. We need one integration for 120 to 240 seconds. And they're going to pay me. Look, they want to know what I'm charging. Now, part of me was a little bit excited. Oh, look, a little channel like mine could get some money in the door, but let's look into it. So here's what I wrote back. I'd love to understand more about Chainbound. I looked it up. Now, this looks like a legit company. So here we go. Here's the breakdown. So, Nomy Finance is a global platform for growing and managing digital wealth, combining advanced crypto tools, strategic venture access. With over 42 billion in total transaction volumes, it supports 700 plus digital assets. It sounds incredible. So I sent them this. I did a little bit of research, which I'm going to show you today. So you can pause that and read through it if you want. This is what I wrote back with. And funnily enough, I didn't get any answer to this. Not a single answer. But what I did get was I then got a message from Jane with exactly the same thing. And what you notice here, the first one was chainbound.cc. This is chainbound.biz. So they've obviously got loads of different chainbound addresses, mimicking to be a company which is legit. So they just keep coming and coming and coming, and they're all chainbound. So let's go to chainbound. Let's look at this. Now, this looks completely legit. It is a sign up. Look at all this. They've got all the right certificates. Look at all this, trusted by 1.5 plus million people. It's ISO and IEC security managed system, licensed and regulated. Nomy Finance or Know My Finance, however way you want to look at it. It looks completely legit. And we go on to Trustpilot. Now, look at this, the Trustpilot review summary. Reviewers are overwhelmingly had a great experience with this company. Customers consistently praise the platform for its reliability, trustworthiness, and ease with which they can earn interest on crypto assets. Now, this looks impressive, doesn't it? Now, when I see stuff like this, I always look at the amount of 5 stars and look, there's no 3 or 2 star reviews. That to me is an alert. So what it makes me do is look, 15% of these reviews. Oh, look, we've got one 3 star review. So let's just for moderation, look at the 3 star review. The easy with transactions. The easy with which transactions are made is wonderful. Now look at that. Even the language. The easy with which transactions are made is wonderful. Now it looks like they've just thrown in these couple. Look, good program. Oh, look, lots of looks like the website is down. experiencing some issues today, continuing doing the good work. Okay, so just so I'm not biased, let's go to the typical 5-star reviews. And you've got all of these. This is the crucial thing when I look on Trustpilot. One review. Cloudy, one review. No picture, one review. One review, Dylan, no picture. One review, no picture. One review, no picture. One review. The list goes on, my friends. Yet when we go to the 1-star reviews, we get people that have done loads. Look, 81 reviews. Scam, liars, thieves. Reply from Nomy Finance. We reject your accusation. Nomy operates under transparent legal and compliance framework. With all services governed by secure contract-based terms. If you're blah, blah, blah. Nobody is buying Nomi scam tokens, 81 reviews. So this is all Graven. Now, Graven is obviously very upset by these, but he certainly, they're doing a lot to obviously counteract the claims of this guy to shut them down. Look, we reject it. We reject it. We reject it. Now we've got another one, Ross, with 13 reviews, dirty thieving rats. And look, we ask that all communication remains respectful. Graven's back. Marvin Smith has got on. They're clearly a scam. So again, with one review, I don't read too much into the people with one reviews. But the point being, we've got one with 3 reviews here. The Great Cryptonomy, Finance and Nomi Scam. So lots of, well, and Graven's obviously very upset with them. Quantum Supply, Nomi Finance is a scam. Graven's back. We've got RJ Dixon with 12 reviews. And look at this. So this got me worried. I always get worried when I see this. So here's a Nomi Finance review from Tracing Funds Online. Effectively goes through too good to be legit. They promise easy money for guaranteed returns, blah, blah, blah. No legitimate trading platform guarantees consistent profits without transparently addressing the risks involved. Major red flags. Fell for the scam. So how the scam works, a detailed breakdown. Initial contact. They initiate through social media messaging, small investment solicitation, trust establishment, solicitation for larger funds, withdrawal obstruction. This is where it all starts to go wrong. A lot of people don't realize that it's a scam until they try and get their money out, which is why you should always attempt to get your money out of any wallet that you go into. And this is on any exchange. The first thing you should do, how easy is it to get your money out? And I can tell you from somebody that has been on a few exchanges that make it really difficult to get your money out. I've learned this the hard way. I have learned this the hard way, and eToro were terrible with me. Terrible. Took me about 3 weeks to get my money out, and it was a nightmare. So I don't use them. Well, I do have some money trapped in eToro because I couldn't be bothered to get it out, but that's how it actually works. I got most of my money out eventually. So here we go. Now let's go to the X account because this is actually very sophisticated. 54,000 followers, and it looks fantastic. If you click on here, look, it's all good reviews, and it's all these people. All these people, look, saying, let's go. I Viper Massol, screenshots for August 30th, don't miss. Now look at all these, but look how few people are, well, with this one. Let's actually look at I Viper Massol. Who is this person? And look, 129K followers. So people, they've obviously got people to endorse them. And this is part of the game of getting influencers involved. Let's look up a few random. And these are people with big followings. So it's interesting, isn't it? That they've managed to get a lot of people who look legit on Twitter to endorse this nonsense. But you wouldn't really know it there. So let's go here, Nomy Finance. Let's look down a general search, see reviews, Nomi Limited overview, find a company. There's just so many red flags here for me. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. And here's the worst one. We go on to YouTube. We type in Nomy Finance, and they've absolutely roped in all of these poor idiots. And I'm going to call them out because look, these are relatively small channels with not many views, more views than me. I'm a tiny channel as well. So they haven't targeted big influencers. They've targeted channels like mine with not many followers and promised them great returns and money to pay to go and talk about Nomy Finance. Look, he's just invested 5 grand. Well, did he get that money out? That'll be interesting. Did he get that money out? So let's just, out of interest, go on one of these because he's been involved 3 months now in Nomy Finance. So let's see what the let's just see what the news and reviews are saying when we go on here. And I'm sorry for this little channel for calling you out, my friend, but people need to be aware of this. Look, your money is gone. It's a Ponzi scheme. So people are, and look, this is the one with all of the likes. No likes, no likes, no likes. They've got loads of bots that are that come on and endorse this thing. And look, no likes for any of them, except the one saying that it's a Ponzi scheme or a scam. So Nomi is another scam, like cryptonomy. Now, I looked up cryptonomy, and it looks like the same playbook is rolling out. But the bottom line is, it's a scam, folks. It is almost definitely, I would say 99.9% this looks like a scam. But this is how they do it. And I've just opened up my world today just to let you know how scams work and how not to trust anything. Not to trust anything. Or if you're using any new exchange, the first thing you do, you put money on, try and get it out. Test it. Test how easy it is to get money out. Every exchange I've ever gone on, the first thing I test now is, can I get the money back out? Now, I've tested that with the exchanges that I use. But the thing is, this absolutely reeks of a scam. And the way that they're approaching me is very unethical. So there you go, my friends. Nomy Finance crew that keep keep messaging me. Here is your video that you've asked for. I'm talking about Nomy Finance, and I urge caution, my lunatic friends. I urge caution. And if you've enjoyed this little update, then please do like and subscribe to the channel. And if you'd like another one of my videos, you will find that just there.